Okay, good morning, good afternoon. So Bekitzer, we're up to in the Maimer. It is, well, you don't have the same page numbers if you're looking at the Maimer downloaded from Lahak. You go to the Rebbe's Maimarim and then just click on Tafshin Chof and then click for them to open up all of the Fabrenganish, and then you'll find there the Maimer of Eileh Pikudei Tafshin Chof. So we are now up to almost the end of Ois Gimel. That's the third paragraph in Ois Gimel, the end. The flow of the Maimer till now. So the Maimer is explaining essentially the meaning of the repetition of the pasuk Eileh Pikudei Mishkan Mishkan Ha'edus. That in fact there are two levels. Both of them, the Mishkan, the home for Hashem, as it were, the Gilui of Elikus down here, the Mata. But there's two madreges. There's Mishkan Stam and Mishkan Ha'edus. Two levels or two stages. And these two, the Parshas Pikudei comes as a result of it's the end result, it's the conclusion, it's the enumeration of the tally of how the Mishkan was built. So it comes, what began the whole process was Moishe Rabbeinu gathering the Yidden, instructing them, by Yaakov Moishe, instructing them with respect to the building of the Mishkan. So the Maim explains that we find a parallel gathering for the Mishkan in its incarnate, a further stage of its incarnation, namely the Beis HaMikdash, that Shlomo Melech, the Pasuk tells us, also gathered the Yidden. The difference being, when it comes to Moshe Rabbeinu's gathering, it says Moshe gathered all the Yidden without differentiating between one level and the other. Whereas by Shlomo Melech, it mentions the Ziknei Yisrael and the Roshei Hamatis and then Bnei Yisrael. So that difference is reflective also in the result of the Avodah, the net result of the Avodah Mishkan or Mishkan Ha'edus. So, and that is as follows. The Maim explains that we are all neshamas of Biyah. And we have descended, we're like branches from the tree. The tree is the Ovis, the neshamas d'Atzilus, firmly rooted in Elikus, in the deepest, intimate way, Elam Atzilus. They're the star, we're the shooting star, the star, the comet that shoots, that projects, shevet from its source. It's a Lashon in the Gemara, Keichav the shift, Keichvaya the shifter, a shooting star. So the whole Avodah, as embodied in the whole dream and the whole dramatic story of Yosef and the brothers, is that we should be in Elam. The neshama should descend down into the sod, into the field, and gather the stalks, the shibolim, the stalks, the nitzutze kedusha that have fallen into the field in Elam Hazeh and elevate them. So there's two levels of elevation. There's two levels of empowerment. There's the elevation that reaches the level, achieves the level of Mishkan, and then there's the elevation that achieves the level of Mishkan or Eidos. What is the difference? Eidos, the Mishkan of testimony. We find this likewise in reference to the Shvatim, which is us, that the Shvatim are referred to in the Pasuk. David Melech talks about the Shvatim that will go up to Yerushalayim, to the Beis HaMikdash that his son Shlomo will build. He refers to them as Shvatim. The Pasuk reads, Shesham Olo, he's speaking in past tense, but it's really a nevuah. Shesham Olo Shvatim Shiftei Ka Eidos L'Yisrael. Here too is a double reference to the Shvatim, and then the Shvatim of God, Eidos L'Yisrael, again invoking the word Eidos. So what does Eidos mean? As we explained previously, that Eidos means something which is essentially hidden, not relatively hidden, or not just simply beyond our horizon, but related to indirectly. It explains that there's three kinds of matzavim. Well, very briefly refers to this in the Maimer. There's three states. Something is revealed before us in plain sight, for which no testimony is required, obviously. Then there's information that's not revealed to us now, but the Beis Din can ascertain it and will tomorrow. So receiving such information is permissible even not through witnesses. One witness, one person. someone comes, as the Gemara says, from Eretz Yisrael to the Bezdin in Bavel and says that the Bezdin was Mekadosh the Chodesh this particular day, we accept it because the person wouldn't lie about something which is going to come to light. So right now the Bezdin doesn't know of it, this information, but it's just beyond the horizon, we will access it. So that's symbolic of a level of Elikos that's beyond us, but we have an indirect connection. Generally it's Sevev Kalalmin. Sevev Kalalmin, which a level which transcends all the worlds, by its very description, means it has a connection, indirect. Infinite can be defined by not finite. That's one level of infinite at least. So that's the level of a kind of, that's symbolic of a testimony or rather of information that we don't see, but we have a connection to even now, which is why we accept this person, because tomorrow we'll get it. In this case, the tomorrow never comes, but that's the idea of this indirect connection. Then there's the third level, Yoshes Cheshes Sisrei, where he places his secrecy, his dwelling place in darkness, Stimmer the Chol Stimin, not just hidden, but hidden from the hidden. This is the level of Akudim, as we explained in the previous Maimer, in the previous Shurim, in this, as the Maimer talks about, and that's the level of Eileh. So that's the Avodah of Moishe Rabbeinu. Moishe Rabbeinu is explained because Moishe Rabbeinu Neshama comes from the Shemitah Rishon, as we explained yesterday. There's two Shemitahs. The current Shemitah, the current cycle of 7,000 years. Then there's the one that precedes creation altogether, which is why Torah starts with a base. So Moishe Rabbeinu coming from that level of Akudim and so on. So he empowers that what kind of Mishkan we make for the Eibishter, not just a Mishkan, where we connect and elevate the Nitzutze Kedusha to Atzilus and beyond, which is also an extraordinary achievement. That here in this world there should be harmony, and Toyo, which is the world of the Kudim, is rectified. But more than that, the very essence of Hashem is revealed Lamata. And these are like two parts of the Dira. We may talk about this tomorrow in the Shir for others to hear. A possible explanation here, the two levels, the two components of the Dira, Stam Mishkan and Mishkan Eidus. So Shlomo Melech, his gathering is Mishkan, Stam Mishkan. At that level, there's a differentiation, there's harmony and unity, but still, his gathering, which empowers this whole Avodah, there's a level of differentiation. Mashenke Moshe Rabbeinu, the Tachlis Hashlemos, the Tachlis Avodah, that is the making of the Mishkan Eidus, the revelation of Atzmos, of Akudim, of Stimah D'chol Stimah, Lamata, and hence, the Pasuk says that Eileh Pikudei Mishkan Eidus Asher Pakad Api Moishe Rabbeinu was the one who achieves the level, the culmination of the whole Kavanah, his empowerment, by gathering the Yidden at the outset of all of this, to achieve the level of what? Of Mishkan Eidus, testimony, the very essence of Hashem revealed, Lamata. And that is why, that's the meaning of the pasuk that Moshe Rabbeinu by Matan Torah, Nigash al Harafel, Moshe Rabbeinu enters into the dark cloud, Asher Shama Elikim. And as you pointed out, it's a strange kind of moment. Here we have the ultimate revelation of Matan Torah, and the symbolism, or the what occurs is more than symbolism. He enters into a dark place. The answer is this dark place is a level beyond revelation. Yoshes Cheshes Yisrael. And why does it say Asher Shem Elikim? Asher Shem Elikim, invoking the lower name of Hashem, not even Shem Havaya. It's saying that there Elikim and Havaya equal. Elikim being the finite, the revelation of Hashem, and Havaya the infinite. But in the Harofel, it's all equal. Havaya who Elikim. It's that Atzmo was totally beyond all revelation, and before whom all revelation, finite and infinite, Nekudim and Vrudim are equal. The level of Stimah D'chol Stimin. So this he goes and explain. This is the Shvatim, the two level of Shvatim, as the pasuk says. Shesham Olu Shvatim Shifte Ko Eidusli. So there's two levels of Aliyah affected in Yidden, reflective of the two gatherings or empowerments by both Shlomo and Moshe, respectively. Both are Aliyahs from below to above on two levels. The level of Shevet, and then Eidusli saw the level of Mishkan and Mishkan Eidus. And this was also mentioned, we said before Friday night, we talk about these two unities. Just like there's unity above, that's the higher bir, the bir sheni, that comes through the avodah of Moishe. There's iskashus to Moishe Rabbeinu. Ufachi yisyachedes l'sata. There's the lower bittul. That's the avodah of the first bitter, the bitter edition through the empowerment as expressed in Shlomo HaMelech. All right, so you continue tomorrow, Beis Hashem, as well as a beer to explain the two levels. L'chayda, we understand the two levels technically. Mishkan Stam is the connection to Atzilus, and even higher than Atzilus, Nakudim. But Mishkan Eidos is a connection to Akudim, Stimet Echol Stimet. What this means, Beis Hashem, we will address tomorrow.